Hi, welcome to another Go Battle League video where I'm going to showcase one set from a player and then play the team myself. This time we'll have vbasis60, a player from India who's been on our Twitch community for quite a while, and the team that he's using is a slightly different version that Scafo use, right? Scafo, a team that myself and Tactical features on YouTube, used Medicham, Lickitung, and Alola Ninetales. The team that vbasis is using is without Lickitung and with Miltank. Miltank does not need to be Excel. It's also not as bulky, but it is quite bulky, right? It has like a 2100 stat distribution. Lickitung has about 2200, so not that big of a difference. The moveset it has is Tackle as fast move and Rollout. Rollout charges really fast, and Tackle is actually better than Lick in neutral situations, right? Tackle does not make Miltank a ghost counter anymore, though. The charge moves you have are obviously Body Slam, the stab move of choice. It's a really good move, as we know. And the coverage moves are Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, sometimes Heavy Slam maybe, really depends on what you're playing. And it also has Stomp, but Stomp is bad. You don't want that. Right, the moveset we'll be running is Rollout, Body Slam, and Ice Beam here. Ice Beam makes Miltank a pretty good steel bait out, and that might be very helpful for your Alola Ninetales. The Miltank is also a bit better against things like Altaria and Trevenant than Lickitung is. On top of that, you can also hit Nidoqueen with super effective damage. So Ice Beam is a really good offensive move in this meta here. The first battle from vbasis is leading Medicham into Jump Bluff. This is actually not that bad for Medicham. Ice Punch hits double super effective on Jump Bluff, and you do take out Shadow Jump Bluff in 2 Ice Punches, but he decides to swap into Miltank here. And the opponent answers with a Lantern. This is kind of fine. I guess that kind of means there's no Steel type in the back, and vbasis might be able to flip this. Let's see. Usually you want to do one rollout before throwing your charge move here for optimal timing. But only do that if you know your opponent is not one off another charge move. Otherwise, you're throwing your fast move, and you have to use a shield or something to fire your move. They do shield that Body Slam. Let's see what he does. Does vbasis shield this? He does not. He does survive this. Miltank, like I said, not as bulky as Licky, but it is still bulky. Body Slam coming through. Does the opponent shield this to go for switch? He has another one here. I believe the 4th Body Slam is only 2 rollouts, 6 turns. That's crazy. And they do shield the next move. They even throw their charge move here. That was definitely not necessary, but it might just be fine, honestly. Might just be fine. Not taking that serve on Medicham might actually be pretty big for later, but I believe you feint to an acrobatic and like a couple of Fairy Winds anyway. The opponent did have a G-Fisk, however, so that's kind of surprising to me. I guess in the end it's very smart, but G-Fisk is definitely much better against what's it called? Against the Miltank. Because Miltank's rollout do nothing. Non-step Ice Beam does not hit that hard on the bulky G-Fisk. The opponent doesn't charge up that much, so that's kind of nice for vbasis here. Let's see, he counters this all the way down, I guess, and if you get 2 Ice Punch on the Jump Bluff, you're very fine here. You probably don't want to shield this because Acrobatic does the super effective charge move from Jump Bluff does way more, and I think at this point he looks very fine here. I think the opponent could have played it a bit better, but nonetheless, a hard counter matchup, still winning it. This really shows the flexibility of Medicham there. So yeah, well played. And there we go. 2 Ice Punches kill a Shadow Jump Bluff. A normal Jump Bluff would survive from full health. Let's take a look at the next battle here from vbasis. He is at rank 18 at this time, I believe. My battles will be around the 2300s, I believe. Alright, this is a good lead for vbasis, but Miltank does really answer a lot of things here. But your Alola Ninetales does answer this though, so that's nice. The 0 shields here are quite close, but you probably don't want to do anything with this Ninetales against G-Fisk. And manages to barely farm this completely down, which is basically optimal. G-Fisk farms you down as well, but you get a weather ball off here. And the G-Fizz doesn't get that much for him. Earthquake will still hit pretty hard here. V-Base is very smart. Swapping in immediately, locking in this G-Fisk, so it has to throw a move here. It has to take those counters. Earthquake still hurts though. And then throws the Ice Punch. He wants to get this as low as possible. So maybe even Miltank can take this out in the end if needed. Let's see what the opponent does. They swap in a trap. This is where Miltank actually shines. Because you have that Ice Beam. You only need one charge move. He actually baits here. I think you win the straight Ice Beam, to be honest. That might be a loose con. That might be a loose con. Against a rollout user, you always want to throw like 4 Shadow Claws or 1 Shadow Claw or 7 before throwing your charge move, because now V-Base got 2 free rollouts. That's 6 turns. That's actually a lot. And he does not bait again, so there comes the Ice Beam. I think that took out the Trevenant, and that's probably game over. So yeah, at this point, he even shields Miltank here, wants to finish with Miltank. And there we go. That wins him the game. A little bit RPS, a little bit RPS. I would recommend going straight Ice Beam against Trevenant. There's no need to bait. If they no-shoot that, you might actually lose the matchup, right? Because Seed Bombs still add up. I believe Trevenant will feint a Miltank in 3 Seed Bombs there with the Shadow Claws. Let's see, next battle. We got Medi into Swampert. This is all right. There might be another Alolan Ninetales in the back. Could also be Sableye, could be Skarmory. Skarmory is a very iffy one. Baits with the Ice Punch here. This is generally a favorable matchup for Medicham, but I believe you lose the zeros if they call that. But he does shield this. Probably preserving this for a potential steel type in the back not named Skarmory. Do you get the farm down here? You do get the farm down. Very nice. Comes out with a lot of energy here. And in the back is the Alolan Ninetales. Do you stay in here as V-Basist? I would think there's something like a Sableye back. Let's see. He's hard swaps into his Miltank here and baits out the G-Fizz. This is actually huge. Your Medicham is not that healthy though anymore. It might even feint to a Rock Slide, but you still have Medicham. So you have that going for you, which is just nice. Even if it's like 5 to 10%. So yeah, let's see. Miltank is not gonna put in a lot of work against this G-Fizz. Medicham still has so much work to do, and even then, do you beat the opposing Alolan Ninetales with your own? I highly doubt it. But let's see. I think the opponent doesn't even farm that much, so that's nice. He has some leftover energy on that Medicham. Does he get to that move? He does not. Oh, let's let it go. Survives that? Oh, and then gets sniped by the opposing Alolan Ninetales. That's pretty much game over. Even if you get past this Alolan Ninetales, the G-Fisk will still probably take you out. Unless you can farm this down and get 2 Weather Balls. Because the opponent did throw that charge move. So that means he got an extra charge. Wait, hold up. Wait, he won. He just won. What am I saying? I know nothing about this game. What? Okay, that's a bit poorly played, but that's alright. That's alright. Alright, next battle. He's 3-0 right now. That was actually a pretty sick game. I think if the opponent doesn't throw that, they just might be able to charm V-Bases down or fast move it down. But either way, it worked for him, right? So that's nice. Let's take a look. Medi into Stunfisk. That's another great lead. They swap into Water Gun Lantern. That's kind of tough. Because he does have a hard answer to this. I guess you kind of want to chip this and then swap into your... Oh, he goes into Miltank. He didn't throw his charge move there. I guess with the counters you might be able to just keep alignment here. You really need to. You really need to. It might be like a Trevenant in the back here. Let's see. The Body Slam comes in. He needs 2 more. I believe this Lantern might get to a Surf before that. And if that goes unshielded, they can actually flip it. So it's kind of scary. Oh boy. Oh, he no shields that. I think the Lantern might be able to farm down now, but he only needs 2 rollouts for his next body slam. So V-Bases might be able to take 2 shields if Lantern tries to flip this. They don't though. They don't. They're gonna take the farm down on G-Fisk, I guess. Maybe they do have Transit in the back and they're like, okay, if this is their answer, I'm probably fine here. Let's take a look. Okay, opponent staying in, probably building to that Earthquake that will put Medicham very low. This is where Ice Sponge is kind of meh, because it just doesn't hit steals hard, right? Or the steals that are usually your target. This is a very tough opponent now. Venusaur is somewhat a core breaker. A rank 1 Medicham actually beats Venusaur straight Ice Punch. But you're already at half HP, and you have another Pokemon that's not great against it. Sludge Bomb goes through here. He gets farmed down, but I actually like this play because you do get to the Weather Ball. And now, if you are able to outpace to 1 Ice Punch against 2 Frenzies, you might be able to take out this Venusaur. But then there's also like a 50% HP G-Fist left still. So the counters plus Ice Punch need to take that out as well. Very good farming there, but also an incredible catch by the opponent. They still have Venusaur alive. You need to counter this down. 5. This is a Rock Slide. This is a Rock Slide. Medicham, bulky Pokemon, bulky fighter can maybe take this. It does take it. Does survive 1 more match shot. It does survive. Move. Actually kills it. Actually kills it. Sorry for that sound. Sorry for that sound. Oh my goodness, that's a game. I don't even see HP on that Pokemon anymore. Oh my god. Alright, I think we only saw wins there, right? I think we only saw wins there. I believe we have 1 more battle, so let's see if V-Base can actually lose a battle. Again, even though there's a lot of wins shown here, I'm still don't expect to always win with this team, because it does have its flaws if your Miltank is answered by like a Medicham. I believe Medicham would just farm all the way down against the Miltank. So there are flaws to it. I still think it's very solid. Usually just keep 2 shields for Ninetales if everything's going wrong and you're fine. V-Base is very convinced it's not a Sludge Wave. It is Sludge Wave! Okay, that will hurt. Do you get much down here? Oh my goodness, he doesn't care. Sludge Wave super effective. Charge move doesn't do that much at all, I guess. The Ninetales takes it from the normal Swampert, and I guess Shadow Swampert would take it out, but then again, that was crazy. Alright, he has his Medicham locked on his G-Fist for a little bit, but the timer is a little bit misaligned here. And in the back is a Galvantula. While this team doesn't have any hard Galvantula answers, is also not very weak to it. Medicham is probably the weakest Pokemon to Galvantula. Miltank and Alolan Ninetales do very fine. Miltank might have some struggles here. He might have some struggles here after being debuffed. You also want to throw 1 rollout against 1 Volt Switch. Because that's optimal timing, right? Then you get 1 rollout in and they get only 1 Volt Switch. Volt Switch is a 4-turn move. And this is very smart. This is so smart. And that was perfect time, by the way. This is very smart. He knows he only gets to 1 charge move, so he throws the heavier hitting one. Very smart play by V-Bases here. Takes this move here. That makes sense because an Earthquake does way more on Medicham. Even though I think the opponent's going to go straight Rock Slide here. They do. You might be able to counter down that Galvantula. It's going to be very close. Galvantula is not really meta anymore, but it still has a really good coverage. And do they counter down? Oh boy. Simultaneous. Simultaneous feint. That's actually what you don't want below rank 20, but that was fun to see regardless. Alright, so now it's my turn to try this team out. Let's see. My elo is around the 2330s here. And my first battle, I lead Medi into Ninetales. This is fine. My Alolan Ninetales avoids this. And here I'm actually making a misplay by not swapping in my Alolan Ninetales into this, because it has a way better matchup. But I guess this is kind of a showcase for Miltank against Sableye. It still answers it pretty well. Shadow Claws are double resisted. Foul play will hurt. Licky Tongue needs 2 returns, or Sableye needs to land 2 returns against Licky Tongue to secure the matchup, but here a return and foul play actually do the job already. So that's somewhat annoying. They let that go though, which is really nice. And I have some leftover energy here, so I might be able to get to 2 body slams if they try to farm it down completely. Let's see. Here comes 1 body slam. I think my next one is only 2 rollouts. Very nice. And as you can see, rollout is not a great false move. So the damage, even though it's super effective, it doesn't do that much really. But this will put the Ninetales very low. It doesn't get a shield, and in the back is a Trevenant, which I kind of expected. Kanto Ninetales double ghost is a thing. It's the Altaria does not exist team. And it would have been better if I had Miltank here for sure. At this point, Kanto Ninetales is so low that I can probably charm down this whole team. So that's just what I'm gonna do. My Medicham is full health, so even if he were to farm down my Alolan Ninetales somehow, I can still take that overheat quite comfortably. Overheat and Weather Ball, I'm not too sure. I also think that actually. I also think I can. But I have to throw the energy here. It is so low, and now I counter down this Kanto Ninetales, and that's game. Kind of a hard counter matchup there. Very fortunate for me. Let's take a look at the next battle here. I lead my Medi into Nidoqueen. This is terrible. So what I want to do here first is to get shields down. Miltank has no fast move pressure, so that's not gonna do it. And my opponent goes to 8 here. I'm actually surprised he didn't throw before, so I'm calling an Earth Power here. If they bait me, this is absolutely horrible. But they don't, so this becomes a pretty good matchup for me now. And at this point, I'm dedicated to using my Medicham here and counting on my Alolan Ninetales to be very strong in the back. I'm gonna throw another Ice Punch here. I'm expecting them to shield again. That's what Nidoqueen just tend to do, just power through everything. Because heck, this Pokemon definitely did not need a nerf. No. It's not strong at all. I think it's in Body Slam range as well. I'm trying to reach for the Ice Punch, but I can't get there. I thought maybe barely I can get there. Again, I am counting on a Alolan Ninetales sweep. I don't know why they don't throw that move there here. I'm pretty sure they were on Earth Power, but that works for me. I'm a shield up. They bring in Azumarill, which is something I don't really like. Just like this lag here. Hello? Okay, there we go. Thunderbolt would be nice here, but again, Ice Beam is the better general coverage for Miltank. So, throwing one Body Slam there. I will survive this move. Even a Hydro Pump wouldn't take me out. It's an Ice Beam that does nothing. And I will be able to get to 2 rollouts. Sorry, the 2 Body Slams here. That's how spammy Miltank is. Boom, another one. Another one. Do I get to another one? Maybe? I don't really know what to expect here though. I'm expecting a Dark type in the back. That's what usually comes with Nidoqueen. Let's see, Ice Beam takes me out. That's unfortunate. And in the back is a Wall Rain. That's not what I expected, but this works for me as well. Wall Rains, Fast Move and Icicle Spear are resisted here. Shadow doesn't get to Earthquakes no matter what, right, if I throw my move here. They throw their Icicle Spear immediately, so at this point I'm even going to farm them down. They probably want to chip me into like Play Rough range, which might work. Look at how low this thing still gets me with just resisted moves. It's kind of stupid. Either way, I got a lot of farm here. I could have gone for a Side Shock or double Weather Ball. I went for the Side Shock here and charmed the opposing Alolan Azumarill down. So yeah, that works. Usually with a Nidoqueen lead, Alolan Knights in the back is very strong. This is not a good lead. I'm going to go into my Save Swap, which is Miltank, and this is the worst. This is the worst. All right. Grab some coffee or something. This might take a while. I'm going to throw a truckload of Ice Beams here. It's not going to do anything, and this Bastiodon is probably looking to come out with 100 energy here, which is very annoying. But like I said, Miltank is better here at baiting out Steel types, because Steel types are better against it, so people are more inclined to bring it against Miltank. This is a CMP. I'm expecting my opponent to undercharge this. My idea here was to like farm the Bastiodon completely down with Medicham and then throw many Ice Punches. There's probably another steal in the back. I'll have to farm that down as well with Medi. Medi has to carry the team here a lot. Let's see, do I get to another Ice Beam? I do, so that's just great. Basti comes out with 100 energy. I got it to 50% HP, which is just great, I guess. Terrible matchup, absolutely terrible matchup. I guess it's slightly better than Skarmory does. That's the first flamethrower coming in. Bastiodon is very high attack though, so it doesn't hit very hard. I can take those moves pretty comfortably. I'm pretty sure C-Bomb does about the same damage, if not more even. I am at half HP now, which is scary because at this point I'm afraid I will get Shadow Claw down later. Or anything at all at this point. I'm gonna throw the Ice Punch immediately probably. Yeah. That will do a nice chunk of damage, probably about 50% on the Trev. Yeah, about 45 maybe. I got a Charming, which is really good, because now it is actually an Ice Punch range. And at this point, I recognize the team. It's from Caleb Pang, who runs Aqua Tail Crunch on this Drapion. So I no-shield this. I was gonna no-shield regardless, because I wanted to get too many Ice Punches on Trev. I mean, if you throw Sludge there, I'm pretty sure I lose anyway. Gonna charm this down now. Hopefully they don't get to another Aqua Tail. They don't. And at this point, I can get 2 charge attacks here. They let me get a free charm through here, which is huge. Because now I'll comfortably get to another one. And I don't think they can farm me down. Because as you can see, the charms add up really like a lot here. I can choose to go for charms only, but if they would get to another charge move and I would have to count it down, I don't really see that happening. So I'm just gonna throw my moves here. And at this point, I might even be able to get to an Ice Punch as well, but they throw their C-Bomb immediately. Medicham is pretty bulky though, so I'm pretty sure I survive. Oh, easy. Not sure if that's undercharged. That didn't do as much at all, even less than I thought, but either way. It works for me. If they farm me down, one charm may have taken them out as well, so there's that. Yeah, we're 3-0 in this set right now. Really good stuff. Let's take a look at the next battle against Cameraman. That's also someone who's in my Twitch chat regularly. And I have a pretty good lead here. They stay in, which makes me think there's a steel type in the back. So I definitely want to preserve my Medicham. This is just a Leaf Blade. It doesn't do that much, honestly. Let's see. They swap in Azumarill. I have a pretty good idea what's in the back now. It's probably the team that Pokegames used to get to Legend a couple seasons ago, which is Surfetched, Azumarill, Skarmory. It's absolute trash against a Nidoqueen lead, but it's a tough team to deal with to deal with for me here. He does have Hydro Pump. Okay, I guess it's used to bait out like the Steel type, so like a Registeel. But let's see. If it is the Skarmory in the back, I probably don't want to use any shields here at all. And I don't want to use on my Medi either. Medicham's actually not bad against Skarmory. Because Air Slash is just not a great fast move. Yeah, I'm gonna let this go. I have a Psychic stored on my Medicham, and I'm probably looking to throw that Psychic or to Charm it down. But probably not Charm it down, because that will mean that that I see my whole team. But I guess I do that anyway. They did have a lot of farm. I don't know if this is the play, to be honest. This might be a Hydro. Alright, so they know I have a lot of Ninetales now. Let's see. They do bring in the Skarm here. I throw my Ice Weather Ball, which they shield. Very smart, because it does the most damage. Then one counter and an Ice Punch. I gotta chip this thing so much. Skarmory, a very good defensive typing, but not a good offensive moveset. Obviously, Brave Bird hits very hard, but Air Slash charges slow, doesn't hit hard, and Sky Attack has been nerfed a couple seasons ago. I'm hoping to CMP with him here, but he doesn't take it. So that's unfortunately gets a free Air Slash in, and that Ice Punch will drop him a little bit low. He has one shield now. Can I win this? Let's see how far he gets. He didn't have that much energy. He needs to get to... He needs to land the Braybird here, so he has to make a call. Does he Sky Attack, bait, and then Braybird, or does he Braybird right away? He does Braybird right away, which is incredible for me. Because if he Sky Attacks there, and then gets Braybird, I lose this. So yeah, just making the correct call there, luckily. Medicham into Sableye. Ah, that's an annoying lead. This usually does me Steel types in the back, so that's good for me. Let's see. Sableye. He is gonna throw a charge move first, probably. Again, I am expecting a Steel type, so I'm not shielding anything. It's probably Steel types, maybe in a Azumarill. This is very poor team building from my opponent. Very poor team building. If you lead a Dark type, you do not want another Dark type in the back. If you face a Charmer or a Azumarill, well, Azumarill's maybe manageable with Sableye, but any Charmer, you're done for. Now, unfortunately, I do have a Charmer in the back. So I guess I have that for the Sableye. And I am expecting them to not be triple weak to Charms. So it's kind of tricky here now. Let's see. They do shield that Body Slam. I'm gonna try to flip this. Am I? I'm expecting a Steel in the back, or maybe an Azumarill. If they had a Nidoqueen, they would have brought it in here, right? You don't bring Mandibuzz into this. I do get the perfect farm down here. Probably want to get rid of some energy against Sableye, just in case I farm down something later, right? I don't want to go over 100 energy then. Do I get that Charmin? I do get one Charmin, and it's Azumarill as their Steel answer, as their Fairy answer. Yeah, this is... Chat, do not run this. Do not run this. This is not a good team. Do not run their team. That's a very poor team. Oh my god. How did they get this far? With all due respect. Yeah, sometimes what works for people is running something very weak to a Pokemon and just pray you don't face it. And then complain about the algorithm when you face it 1 or 2 times. Either way, I have my Medicham with a shield advantage here. I'm not sure whether I want to shield here. Like maybe energy is more important than the shield here. But I decided to throw on CMP here anyway. I'm hoping to Ice Punches with that important charm, right? That I hit the Sableye with. This might take it out actually. Just one Ice Punch might do it. I'm gonna throw right here. I think an Ice Punch does about 20%, and that should take out this Sableye. It's game over at this point anyway, even if we were to survive, because I could get another charm, another counter. So yeah, 5-0 for me as well with the team. Again, I don't think it is as busted as V-Bases and I did, to be honest, because like Steel and Fighter answers on Miltank are just very tough to overcome. Lickitung is more flexible there for sure. I do like Miltank more for the Altaria, Nidoqueen, and what was the other one? Trevenant coverage, right? It does a bit better there than Lickitung does. So that's what I do like. Yeah, it's still a solid line. Hope you liked the video and have a good one.